Hey everybody, my name is Dan Clark and this is my wife Angela.
Hi everyone.
And we're so glad to be with you today, and we're glad you checked out our channel, Life After Religion. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We got a great video today. We're going to talk about what these false sorcerers, these spirit guides, these people who said they were mediums between us and Jehovah, that they heard Jehovah's voice and it was channeled down through the Watchtower and out to us. Boy, they are at it again, big time. Sorcering, marketing, indoctrination at a level that we've never seen before. It's sickening. And I just want to talk about each one individual. I want to first talk about the marketing. What they're planning on doing is building, as you know, you guys probably all know this, they're building a massive, I mean massive media center in Ramapo, New York. It's 1.5 million square feet, 242 acres, scheduled to start building in 2002 and finish 22 and to be finished in 2026. And they're rushing like hell to get this thing built, and it just pisses me off the way they're doing it. They're just making all kinds of noise. You know how marketers, make a lot of noise. We got a sale, hey, 100% off. Well, this is what witnesses are doing. They're going to the media, they're going to the news, and they're saying, hey, we want to do an interview, and we got this great project coming, and it's going to be in 200 languages or more, and we're going to serve the public, and they're doing all these press releases and all this stuff. They're asking for actors. Can you believe it? I mean, really?
Yeah,
I mean,
talking about the great shows they're going to have, like on depression and whatever other things that are appropriate. They're just really, really, hyping this up to get the young crowd, I feel, involved in this whole thing.
Oh yeah, they're dangling a carrot. Do you want to be an actor? Yeah, Tony Morris, Anthony Morris, whatever his name is. I mean, he was saying, can you believe you were going to be an actor for Jehovah? I mean, do you believe this, guys? Dangling acting careers in front of the kids, and the parents going, oh my God, my daughter, my son is going to be an actor for Jehovah at Bethel, at the headquarters. They are using everything, guys. Bringing the kids in, bringing the families in with the kids. They're asking for your money. They're asking for donations. Can you believe that? When we were in, were they asking for donations? Oh no, we don't take donations. We're not part of Babylon the Great. We don't pass the plate. These guys are passing the plate, automatic tithing, teaching people how to do online, where they go on and put their bank account and automatic, money coming out. They're showing them all this stuff. And then we've heard recently, they're asking for motorhomes. 2005 and newer. What are the price of one of those? 5,000, 20,000, 50, 100,000? They're saying, well, if you got an extra motorhome, Jehovah could sure use it. I mean, this is crazy.
It's crazy. I think they're asking for homes as well, right, Dan?
Homes, cars, anything you have. If you've got a home and grandma's dying, Jehovah could sure use it to further his work.
And Dan, are the actors and actresses going to be making money?
No, there's no money. It's all voluntary. All of this thing, this huge complex that they say is as big, almost as big as Walt Disney, is all going to be built off the slave labor of these slaves. They call them volunteers, but they're really slaves. Sweat equity. It's not going to cost them anything but labor to build, maybe just a little bit more. But think about that.
That's what they've already done, Dan. I mean, you guys built all of these buildings for Jehovah on your own sweat equity, bringing in your own
Brooklyn,
materials.
Wallkill, halls, Kingdom Halls.
You guys brought your own carpet, plumbing, supplies, all this, and made it so that they're wonderful buildings that are valuable. And now they're going to sell them? They're selling them?
Oh, yeah. They're selling everything. They're selling off the halls like hotcakes. And here's what really pisses me off. They have been grooming these people. See, why they're under mind control, they've been grooming them. They've been saying, now it's jw.org. And they put this shiny blue little emblem, jw.org. It glows at night on the front of the Kingdom Hall. It's on the building. They've branded these people, jw.org. You don't even have to say nothing at the door. Just show them jw.org on the tablet. It's crazy. Go get your tablet. They've had this in the works. This is what gets me, guys. This has been in the works. This is covert. This has been in the works for years. Grooming. 3 to 5 years of grooming. jw.org. Get your tablet. Let's show you how to go online. COVID hits. Bam. We're building a media center. No, you're building a real estate structure, something that they can sell like they've done all the other buildings.
And Dan, the thing is that this is not the only media center that they're building. They've got one going on in Australia.
Oh my God!
And there's another place too. I forgot the
That's
other
right.
location.
I think
just
2 or 3 of them. Yeah,
really big, just like
huge.
this one. Yeah, so wow, that's a lot of money, you know.
Huge, that's right. And another thing they're doing is they're reinventing themselves as far as jw.org. When you go on there, I couldn't believe it. I was hearing the name Jesus more than I was hearing the name Jehovah.
Whoa.
I mean, you know why? Because they want to come alongside and we're saying we're Christian. We're Christian. So they're going to appeal to the masses, and that's why the massive media center. See, the reason you would cater to the masses is because of money. That's why people go on television. You know, it caters to millions of people. Instead of going door to door, you're catering to millions all at once. You push a button and bam, you're out there. There's a saying, it says cater to the masses and dine with the classes. And so the more people you can get in front of, the more money you can make. So this is a huge recruitment center.
And it's also like a reface of the
Yes.
of the organization, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just redoing the whole company entirely. The belief system, it seems to me. I mean, you guys
Everything.
aren't going to go door to door anymore. There's no more door to door.
No.
That was like one
Kingdom
of the,
Halls, they say, is a year off at the soonest, 2022.
But that was what you guys were based on, was the knocking on the doors, how that whole doctrine
That's right.
about why you should be doing that. And now it's just being excluded entirely. I mean, I think they want to get rid of the literature and all of it just because they want to reface even their doctrine. I really do feel that that's what's going on.
It's true. They're getting rid of the literature because it's a permanent document. And if you don't have them, they're even asking brothers to bring your literature in. Can you believe that?
Well, you know, one time Dan and went and asked for the Paradise book.
A Revelation book or something, yeah.
Yeah, the Paradise book. And we wanted it because we were writing a book and we wanted to, you know, take some things out of it. Why do you want it? And you know, they were just all over us about
They
why
said
we
there's
would
a new
want
one.
it.
You don't need the old one.
Yeah.
We got a new one for you.
Like you get chastised for asking for the old one, like suspicious, you know. And so yeah, things are cooking in a very different direction. This is a whole new organization in the making.
It is. And the other thing that's very sickening, this is the second part. So the first part was the marketing. They're marketing, making all the noise, right? Big things are happening in Watchtower. We're building a media center. Oh my God, people are coming in. You know, it's all a facade. It's all BS.
Ego.
The second thing that's happening is this full immersion indoctrination. I don't know if you've heard of that word, full immersion. Full immersion is where you take maybe something that's 3 weeks long and cram it into a week, right? So that you can fully immerse. I mean, you don't get any distraction. It's full immersion, right? If you're going to learn something, you know, Anthony Robbins talked about full immersion. If you want to get something done, a book, well, cram it in and just work it every day until you get it done. That's full immersion. Think about this. This upcoming convention that the witnesses have is 6 weeks long. 6 weeks! Think about that. Every weekend. You get home Friday night, you're at the assembly, online. And what do you think they're going to be talking about? We're in the end. It's here. It's here. Fear, 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 and more fear. And what else you think they're going to be talking about? Jehovah has provided with a new media center, and we're going to be safe in our homes. Don't you worry. Jehovah's made provision. All we need is money and sweat. All we need is money and sweat equity. And so there's this massive deal going on. They need our money. They need laborers. I wrote all this stuff down. And also they want to tell us that Watchtower, the governing body, this is the only way out. You know, go ahead.
Yeah, no, and they're stealing your time too.
That's right.
You know, and the thing is, they're building their kingdom. Do you know their real estate kingdom? And it's not really about God's organization or warning the people of times to come, or it's really about making real estate.
It really is.
An empire is really what it's truly about.
Yeah, and a recruitment center.
Right.
Because, see, you're going out there to the masses. So, man, they're like, forget about these brothers going door to door. Forget about the kingdom halls that are housing all these pedophiles and these people and these lawsuits and stuff, man. Like they said, they're going under one roof. So it's bye-bye kingdom halls, which we've seen. I've talked to a lot of people. They're saying they can't even see a kingdom hall in their area. I mean, people got to drive miles, all that sweat equity that went in, and they're nowhere to be found. Now, here's a point I want to make. So immersion, right? Full immersion, indoctrination. Got to get them fear. Got to reel them back, right? What is full immersion? We got to get them back in the fold, right? 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
So, Dan, how is it going to work? Is it going to be online?
It's going to be online. It's going to be like Zoom or something like that, where they're having this convention online, and it's going to be to reel them back. Don't you think the sheep have wandered? Don't you think the brothers have gotten used to not making meetings and stuff? So 6 weeks is get your ass back into the fold. Get back in. This is no time to be drifting. This is the time of the end. We need to give Jehovah our valuable things. We need to give Jehovah your houses, your cars, your motorhomes, your whatever. We've got to get the media center built. We've got to reach the masses. It's time, it's time, it's time. It's time for Jehovah's Witnesses to build another infrastructure. It's a building project. It's a massive real estate venture. This is what's going on. And this video needs to go out to tell people that. This is a massive real estate center and indoctrination tank.
You know, we were in where is it, Phoenix? We were in Sedona, and we went to one of the old Kingdom halls there. That's now a Unity Church or something like that.
Yep.
And anyway, that property, it was probably at least an acre of land in this incredibly expensive community.
Oh, yeah.
And they sold it for something like $650,000. $650,000. You guys, it was worth way more than that.
It was worth $1 million at least.
And I'm just appalled by these sales. Do you think they're going to keep any of these Kingdom halls, Dan?
I don't know. They may keep a skeleton amount just to say they have them, and for whatever reason, should they ever open. It's kind of like, I'm going to give you an example, like the Seventh-day Adventists. Okay, they have this skeleton kind of churches all around, and really, honestly, the churches have between 50 and 100 people in them, if that. Sometimes 25, sometimes 15. And I thought, how do they make it? Yeah. Satellite, 3 ABN, satellite.
Oh,
and so they make their money off tithing.
And videos.
And videos. So they're always telling people, be sure to give your tithes, first, second, third tithes. Be sure to do this. Well, witnesses are doing the same thing. They're becoming a TV evangelist group. And here's the thing. I want to ask is this, is it being set up to give people their food at the proper time? We know that's not the case. Why do we know that's not the case? Because their record speaks for itself. Their record says that they are false prophets, not Dan, not all the people who are speaking against them, that they call apostates, but their record for over 100 years. Over 100 years of false prophecy. I was just a part of 3 of them, 75 generation and kind of like the overlapping generation. But I was a part of 3 of them, and all of them were unapologetic. All of them were none of them said we were sorry. I mean, think about this. People in 1975 put their houses on hold. A lot of people gave their houses to Jehovah. They let their health go. They didn't put away money. I mean, it was
their teeth fell out.
They were a train wreck. No kids. No kids. I mean, I waited 10 years. I'm 62, and I've got kids that are 20. Yeah, and so anyway, what was I saying? It was a train wreck, but there was no apology. 75 passed, and they went and had a coffee and said, let's create the generation prophecy. 70 or 80 years from 1914, the world's going to end. So they gave another 10 to 15 year spread, and that started to dwindle, and then they came up with the overlapping generation prophecy, and it just went on and on and on. Well, here's the thing. They have run out of things, I believe. I think it's time they run out of these false prophecies, because they've had over 100 years of false prophesying. Meaning, all this, and think about it, all the literature that they channeled, and the reason I say they channeled the literature, which means spiritually, they played medium, right? They said, we're your faithful and discreet slave, who Jesus has appointed over his spiritual food to give it to us at the proper time. So they said that they heard Jesus' voice. Jesus gave them the spiritual food, 1975, generation prophecy overlapping, and that we were to digest it, pass it out to the world, tell everybody the world was going to end, and it was wrong. So these spirit mediums, this medium between us, this governor, this governing body that spiritually governs the people from hearing above and passing it down to the organization, was wrong. And it's been wrong for over 100 years. So they're not at all in business to give us our spiritual food at the proper time. Those days are gone.
No.
The record's out there.
Right.
It doesn't matter if they take back all the books. What dumbasses. I mean, think about it. They're taking back all the literature. Bring back your literature. Bring back the Paradise book. Bring back the Revelation book. Bring back everything you got, the Truth book. Bring all that stuff back. We want to get rid of it. They want the testimony of their channeled literature. Channeled. Jesus gave it to them.
Well, Dan, the thing is that if they're changing the whole face of this whole organization in every which way, where they have their, the way that
Yes.
they do their services, the way that they communicate, the way that they function, that they don't go to door, everything's being changed, then, this is the way that they're doing it.
Yes.
They're changing the whole organization.
That's right.
It's also sick.
They're reinventing themselves.
Yes, totally reinventing this organization. The thing is that you guys were told that any minute, put your life on hold, give everything you got, because the end's coming any minute, right?
Yep.
Well, here they are saying that we're going to start in 2022 and we will not be done until 2026. And they have 3 that I know of that are being built. I think there's actually probably
Building
more.
for the future.
And right. And when tomorrow is all they've been saying forever. Making you put your lives on hold. No children. Don't get your teeth taken care of. Don't get educated. Don't.
Asking people that are broke, that have minimum wages, that are making minimal wages because they've worked endlessly for Jehovah. They pioneered. They've given all their time.
Yeah, now
they've taken part-time jobs, and now they want that.
And now they're not even going to do that anymore.
No.
As if that's not even important. Jehovah never needed that, even though they said that was the number one most important thing that we need to be doing.
Yes.
That's why Jesus appointed us.
That's right.
Right? And so, you guys, this is just bull S.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
So here's the thing. They have no connection. They have no connection other than being a real estate company and doing these big real estate projects. What were they selling those buildings in New York for? $650,000 a piece, those big buildings?
Oh.
Or million. And it's crazy. Where'd the money go? Well, they don't tell you where the money goes. They just want your money. They just tell you we didn't make enough the assembly. They sell the kingdom halls. Nobody knows where the money's going. Millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars every month is going into the society, and nobody's asking where it goes because we are good for nothing slaves. The brothers, the ones who are sheep in the congregation are good for nothing slaves. And they treat you like that. They treated us like that. We don't need to know. God help us if we ask a question, if we go to them and say, what's happening with the money? What'd they do with all that money they made in Brooklyn when they sold the Watchtower, facilities in Brooklyn? You don't ask that. You don't ask those kind of questions. So guys, we just wanted to do this video. We hope you pass it on. Let people know what's going on. Let's make our own noise. There's a lot. I'm going to tell you something right now. What was it? Jericho, they said they marched around it a bunch of times and blew trumpets.
Yeah, I think it was 6 days, and then on the 7th day.
6 days, and on the 7th day. And
they had to march around, 7 times that time? And then the walls of Jericho came down.
Yes.
And they blew the horn, and they did exactly as they were told, and God brought down those walls. So they went in and took over their enemy.
Yeah, and I just want to say, I believe that that's what we're doing. I believe that all of the people that are out there that are trying to make a difference, people that have lost their family, that have been abandoned by the Watchtower, punished endlessly for dating a girl outside the faith. All these people are coming forward and they're blowing the trumpets and they're saying, no more Watchtower,
Amen.
No more governing body, no more slavery. And I think those trumpets are blowing. I tell you, I'm hearing it on the 6 screens. I'm hearing Lloyd Evans. I'm hearing all these YouTube channels, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of YouTubes coming out every day saying no more Watchtower, no more lies, no more false prophecies, no more hypnosis, no more brainwashing. Stop it. And I think we're all upset because they still have our families in there. Part of my family's still in there. I know a lot of people that I talk to haven't talked to their family in years. And all this because they're under the hypnosis, under the indoctrination, brainwashing of governing body. And it just sickens me.
Dan, I really truly just want to say one last
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, go ahead.
I really do feel like that they don't care at all.
They don't.
If the older group, meaning the ones that still get the literature, they still believe in knocking on doors, they still believe in going into the Kingdom Hall and having things the way that it always has been. First of all, that will never happen again. Number two, they don't care that those people are just going to be mad and angry and sick of it, and why are you getting rid of our literature again? And because this is not the first time. And all these things are just going to go away, and they're going to have a whole new audience. They're going to get it through the TV and the media, and they're going to let all these people that have been in the old organization just fade away. I assure you that that's what's going
on. They're throwaways now.
Right, we're throwaways.
And I'll just tell you, my mother, when she ended up in the hospital, nobody came to see her. My dad, nobody came to see.
You don't see your brother either.
No, my brother, nobody goes to see him. Mm-mm. They're just thrown away in halfway homes, partially mental ill, and they're gone. And that's what Watchtower does. When you're too old to service them, pass out Watchtowers, pioneer, promote their bullshit, then they throw you away. And we've seen this happen. So I just want to tell everybody out there, hey, let's keep doing what we're doing. Let's keep blowing the horn. Let's keep blowing the horn. Let's keep sounding the signal. Let's expose these guys. They have destroyed families. Literally, they really have destroyed families. A lot of people have committed suicide in there. A lot of people have been sexually messed up because of their dogma. On and on. Just, a lot of people are on massive antidepressants because of the fear and indoctrination. These guys have to be stopped. And I think if we keep making our own noise, guys, we can make our own noise. And we do this by doing these videos, by spreading these videos. And I hope you pass this video on to everyone you have. Let's let people know about this massive indoctrination campaign.
And let's get our voice.
Let's get our voice. Let's let them know about this massive marketing campaign that they got and show it for what it is. This is a real estate transaction. This is real estate. It's another property. It's huge. It's massive. It's just a couple of miles from the world headquarters up in Wallkill. And it's going to be ginormous. So, we need to just spread this out, keep blowing the trumpets, and then watch those walls come down. Because what I really believe? I believe they're hemorrhaging. I don't believe there's 1.2 million Jehovah's Witnesses in America. They say there's 8-point-something million world. I don't believe that. I believe this thing is coming apart at the seams. I think these guys are liars. I think they project out what it is that they want people to hear. It's marketing, right? Yeah. We're doing great. We're strong. People are coming in. Hey, we went on to Zoom, and boy, we had more people come in on Zoom than we had come into the Kingdom Hall. This is incredible. People want our. It's all just a bunch of BS, hype and marketing and noise. So let's make some noise, but here's the difference between our noise. Our noise is coming from the heart. Our noise is sincere. Our noise is pure. Our noise is unindoctrinated. Our noise is from genuine, from heart to heart, and that's different from a bunch of con men. So let's make noise. Let's rattle this thing.
Amen.
Let's rattle it to the ground. Let's rattle it to the ground. Everybody make noise.
Pray. At least pray. Speak out. Tell your story.
This can end. This thing can come down. This is the beginning of the end for Watchtower. And if we all join in and we all work together, we can have our families back. This thing can rattle to the ground, which is what it needs to do. I lost 40 years of my life in this thing. How many years did you lose in your cult?
The 2 different cults I was in. So
worldwide, long time.
That was 20.
20 and
21. And then another 16 and a half in the second thing. There's lots of cults, guys. I'm in a different one than y'all have been in, but I know a lot about yours. Not now. No, I'm free. I've been free now 17 years. But anyway, we love you, and we want to see you thrive because you deserve to. And God, I believe, is on our side.
Yep.
But we're being asked to get our voice. We're being asked to speak up, speak out, pray. At least do that, so that this can come down. The devil's organization can come down. The great, like you said, the great dragon was hurled.
Yep.
How they say that?
Well, the walls of Jericho, too. I want to just say from the trumpet blast, and I believe that's what everybody's doing on YouTube and all the Facebook channels, and down the great dragon was hurled, like the Bible says, the original serpent, Satan, who's misleading the entire inhabited earth. I thought about this too. I thought about Daniel 2:44. It said the God of heaven's going to set up a kingdom that's not brought to ruin, and it's going to bring to ruin all these kingdoms. kingdoms. Well, the Watchtower with 8 million people is a kingdom, and it's a kingdom that isn't worshiping but is acting as a mediator. You know, they're playing God. They're playing mediator between us and God. He says, down with all those. Down, this is going to be destroyed. It's going to stand.
Until
it
there
itself.
wasn't a place found for them anymore. How funny it is that they talk about the world like that when actually they're the ones who are going to be hurled down. It's the opposite.
They're one
That's
of those
the truth.
ginormous kingdoms.
Yes.
And 8 million people, you know, being lied to and under hypnosis and fear. You know, it's coming down. It's hemorrhaging. We've heard there's hemorrhaging. People are coming out of there by the thousands. And it's just a beautiful thing to see. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening to this video. I probably went a little longer than we wanted to, but hey, if you found it interesting, pass it on. Put it in as many media places as you can. Get it out on whatever site you can. Let's spread this out. Let's keep talking. Let's keep making noise. And let's watch these walls come down once and for all so that maybe possibly we can have our families back one day. We can be reconnected with people that, you know, we've long lost, you know, before it's too late.
And at least be vindicated, guys.
At least be vindicated. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
And validated for all that you've gone through. You deserve
yes.
that.
So thank you for listening. Again, this is Life After Religion, and pass it on, okay? Thanks so much. Bye-bye.